Hey guys, so Maka9248 here. It's been a while since I've uploaded a new video. Just lots of stuff has been happening. I have been fortunate enough to go back to one of my favorite places that I've wanted to go to since 2010, which is England. I just got back from there. It was a wonderful trip, had a wonderful time, amazing, loved it. And, I was really fortunate to have gone on it. And I really like traveling. I mean, who doesn't? And I kind of want to make a video about tips because I have run into tons and tons of issues while going just traveling by myself. And when you have yourself to rely on, you run into problems that only you can fix. So I kind of wanted to make a video about some of my tips. So far, I've had 9 tips that I have written down in my past travel, which is to England. And I just wanted to share those tips with you that will make your life a little bit easier. Trust me, it helps me in the long run. Okay, so tip number 1 is to always carry a credit card or an extra debit card with you. And I'll explain why. Number 1 is if you ever rent a car, they're probably going to want to have another card just so they can put it on just in case the car breaks down or in case you steal the car, which you won't do, but they don't know that, so they want to have a second backup card. Number 2 is you might have a large expense that you did not calculate into your travel plan, and so you're going to want to have that extra bit of money. And even if it is going to be like $1,000 to $500 to $200 or whatever the expense may be and you're running low on funds, that's a good card to have because you might run out of funds, or you might, another thing is that you might have your debit card stolen or your credit card stolen or something like that, so you always want to have that backup just in case. And I'll share with you a story that happened to me when I was trying to get back home into the USA from England. I went to the airport, to Heathrow, and my flight was gonna leave in about an hour or something like that. So I ran up and I was huffing and puffing, and then I finally got up to the terminal, put my card in, got my passport and such. And for some reason it wasn't registering. So then I went up to the kiosk and I talked to the guy and he said, "Oh no, you're gonna have to rebook your flight." And I was like, "Fine." So I go down the stairs in Heathrow, get on my laptop, start searching for flights. About to pay for the next flight or trying to do something or whatever. Pull out my debit card, but then I realized, oh no, my debit card is not there. So I think what happened is I left my debit card up in the thing because you can use it to get your tickets. You can put the debit card that you used to buy the ticket with. So I did that, and yeah, I didn't have my debit card with me. So then I was like, oh crap. So now I had to figure out a card company, or I had to find out Bank of America's number for the UK, and I was running low on minutes on my phone. So yeah, definitely always have a backup card with you. And actually, just like a side tip, always have your bank information numbers with you when you are abroad, because you never know when you're going to need those. Number 2 is to always carry cash. Now, this story I don't know if I'm going to have a story for every one of these, but I'll just tell you the story for this one, and we'll see if I have other stories for other ones. But carrying cash is very important. When I realized that is when I went to New Zealand. So get off of the plane in New Zealand. I'm ready for everything. I have my my hotel, and I also have my the bus. I knew that I had to take a bus to get to my hotel from the airport, which is all good and fun. So I have it all planned out. I'm like, yeah, I got this down. Boo, 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 boo. Go up to the thing, and turns out I had to buy a ticket with cash from this little kiosk thing, and I didn't have any cash on me. So I was like, oh crap, what do I do? So then I had to pray to God. Looking back on it, there's always an ATM in an airport, but to me, I didn't know that, so I was freaking out. So I try to go throughout the airport, try to find an ATM, finally find an ATM, get the cash, go back outside, realize that I actually needed to make it into like a smaller format or something like that. I think it was like $5, 5 New Zealand dollars or something like that. Go back in, try to see if there's some place I can break my money, and then there was a place that broke the money. Then I got like $5, went back outside, realized that it actually had to be $5 in coins, couldn't be $5 in cash for some reason. Go back inside, get coins, go back outside, do that. So yeah, always carry cash. You never know what place is only going to accept cash, so always carry cash with you. Number 3 is to buy a power strip. You should always buy a power strip in whatever country you're in, because it's the modern day and age. You're gonna have things to charge. For me, it was my cameras, my phone, my laptop, my portable speaker, things like that. So yeah, and it for me, it was really annoying to just constantly keep on taking things out and plugging them back in. And also, you're in a foreign country. You don't know what power outlet is going to do that exchange big. You know what I mean? So yeah, always carry one of those with you. Number 4 is to always take a picture of your passport and email it to yourself, or I don't know, Facebook it to yourself. I don't know if those are very safe options. Probably are not. But do that, or try to keep a picture of it on, probably not even on your phone, but it's always good to essentially just have a backup of your passport. Because if you lose that, you are in deep, deep doo-doo, and you don't want to be in that doo-doo. It's very bad. Number 5, buy your tickets ahead of time. So when I was on my way to England, I think I was just finding out that there was a Harry Potter thing that you could do, and that sounded awesome. So I wanted to go on the Warner Brothers Harry Potter tour. So I went online. They had Wi-Fi on the plane. Looked it up, found out that that this Harry Potter thing, which I should have known, is huge. It's so hard to get tickets for it. You have to do it weeks in advance. I go online, I find out that there's one ticket available, and I was trying to do it, just trying to buy that ticket ASAP. And for some reason, every time I got to the payment method, the server would just keep on just resetting or whatever. It wouldn't process the payment. So I contacted my friend in California. I call him, or I don't call him. I'm Facebook him to say all right, this is stupid, but here's my credit card information. Don't buy hookers with it. Go and buy me this Harry Potter ticket. And so he did it. Thank you, friend. So yeah, it's always good to do that, because you may really want to go see this thing, but you never know. It might be one of those things where you have to buy them in advance, weeks in advance or something like that. So do your research on the things you want to do before you go, and buy the tickets ahead of time. Really do it, because you won't be as lucky as the way I got to it. Number 6, always bring a large bag or plastic bag or some kind of bag with you for your dirty clothes. Now, I don't know how other people organize their clothes when they go traveling, but I usually bring a big suitcase. And the problems that I've always had are I'll have dirty clothes, but they're not always obviously dirty. And so just to make life a little bit easier, you have a big bag and you just put all your dirty clothes in there. And it makes it a lot easier in the long run. It really does. Number 7, converter. So you always need to get converters. So that might go without saying that you might just get a power strip that will just fit the converter style for that nation. But at the same time, if you don't really want to go that route, then it's always good to have a converter with you. Buy it ahead of time, because you might get off of that plane and you might need to charge your phone right away or something like that. And so you really, really want to be able to have that converter handy as soon as you get off the plane, because you might be walking around, or you might not be in a city where they sell them. More likely they will, but yeah, always carry a converter. Number 8, always write down your addresses and booking numbers. I can't stress that enough, because you might be without electronics and you are going to need that number. You are going to need those booking information numbers. You just need to have that down, because you might not have access to internet. In New Zealand, internet's very hard to come by. When it's free, when it's not free, it's so hard to get that information. Or you might want to try to look on your phone, but you can't. And you never know when you'll find internet again. So it's always good to write down your numbers, and it's always good to write down your addresses and just anywhere you need to go, or things that are specific just for you. So you always, always, always want to write those down. Number 9, the final one, is to arrive early in a town that you don't know. So if you don't know, if you have a flight to go somewhere, then arrive early if you don't know that town. If you need a train to catch and you are unfamiliar with that town, you've never been to that train station, always arrive early. Reason being is because it might be a giant airport or giant place and you don't know where to go. Or there might be something that you're unsure about and you need more time to process. It's always just good just to come and get there ahead of time, because that's what happened to me in England. I missed my flight. It wasn't a big deal, but always arrive ahead of time, kind of to give you that sense of like, oh, okay, I don't know where this place is, but I have time. So yeah, those are my top 9 tips for traveling. I will probably make more of these, but these were the 9 that I thought really stood out to me. So I hope that you guys got some use out of this, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.